So this next map right here is a little test of rising water. As you can see behind me, I'm in this cylindrical room with interesting catwalks. I got this pipe behind me. It was a fun fact, in the editor, maybe you'll see it from the top there, even though this catwalk looks all jagged, it is actually a perfect hexagon when viewed orthographically from above. So that's an interesting little perspective trick. Kinda cool. Yeah, prepare for a broken cutscene. You know, like, you're supposed to look at the pipe right there, but that cutscene's kind of broken. So instead the screen just goes black. But as you can see, the water is rising. I don't remember if I made it hurt, but still, you don't want to fall in the water. Just run upstairs away from the water. Is not really rising all that fast. This map is available on my archive, and I made a note on the page for it. And the name of this map file, Flash Stairway, kind of sounds like something else. Well, to reveal what it sounds like, kind of sounds like Flash Sentry, you know, Crash Heroes. Flash Stairway, Flash Sentry. So, I guess similar number of syllables, and it's got the word Flash in there. The Flash probably referred to Flash Flood, you know. So it's sure exciting, isn't it? It's like SCP-087-AS version 3 or something. I don't know. There's this big red button right here, but instead of pressing it, it's to raise the water faster. It's still rising rather slowly, as you can see. It's very exciting, isn't it? Waiting for the water to rise. It's like waiting for the paint to dry, except you're waiting for the stairs to wet. Okay, I think we're almost done here. Right? It's going to stop soon. Yeah, it just stops right there, just below the top. Press this button, and the water goes back down very slowly. Now this is rather janky because, as some of you may know, moving water is not really a thing that happens a whole lot in Source. So what's happening here is that this water is static, but the whole room is moving up and down. Which, you know, with all these stairs having to be dynamic entities, it's not really all that cost efficient. It's rather bad, actually. I don't know how other people managed to do it in Portal 2. I think I mentioned it before, but there's just one map on the Petty Workshop where a person made rising water in a Petty chamber. And I'm probably gonna come back across that map when I get to that. I wonder how they did it. Anyways, though, did this kill me? Yeah, it does. Now, this is another map that expands on the topic yet again. As you can see, we're in a bit of a test chamber. Seems fairly standard, except we can't really solve it at all. It's like there's a tube that would presumably drop something under the faith plate right there. But then more way to go. Some pipes in the corners. Ominous. And the ceiling is mostly black, so the lighting is not rendered correctly. So then if we stand here, I don't think anything happens, but if you go on the console and trigger, and trigger sync_logic, the pipes burst open and the water begins to flow. And the water begins to rise ever so slowly. It's slow, but it is rising. If I put my cursor there, you can see the water is rising. That has covered the whole floor now. Conveniently, though, we have this little wooden raft to keep us safe. As the chamber slowly floods, I guess there's a lot more surface area to cover in this room than in the last one. Well, the button was covered up. the toxic water is still rising. And I'm just gonna speed this up as well. Sometimes the music sounds kind of interesting when you speed it up or slow it down, doesn't it? I had a thing where sometimes if I just listen to music that was slowed down, it helped me fall asleep. It's kind of interesting. Like slowed down music makes me feel sleepy sometimes. Maybe a little bit of a psychological thing. Oi, command cube. Is that turret in there with the cube? I can't tell. The glass is too smashed, and anyways they're getting drowned as well, because the water is leaking through the glass. R.I.P. Whoever was in there. That's not rendering too well. Eventually though this stops. Or hit that light. And we're rising past it. Very dramatic. We're so close to the ceiling now. We're still rising. Our head's gonna hit the ceiling. Ow. Manually break open the ceiling there. And we're slowly rising into another corridor. We can't even see the room we were in anymore. And that's where the water stops rising. Just below where we can actually jump into the room, which is awkward. There's no door over there. You just got the no draw effect. We're just kind of stuck here. Like Chell, it does not have the ability to climb out of holes, apparently. Just spawn the cube, climb up. Does anything happen up here? You can see the top of the chamber from there. Does this door do anything? No, it does not. Well, I guess that's that then. RIP that test chamber. No one will ever be able to test in there again. Okay, I guess we're leaving then. Continuing from that one map before, here's yet another attempt at making a portal proxy of Five Nights at Freddy's. It uses the same control scheme, where I forget if I mentioned it already. You press A, you hold down A, you look to the left. You hold down D, you look to the right. You press it just a little bit, you look to the middle. Look at a door, press the button, close it. You press forward, nothing on you press back, press S, nothing happens. Okay. Open the door back up. Now close this door. Right, crouch. Now I don't remember if I have the security camera implemented at all in this version of the map. Take a note of this control room. No. You're not going to kill me. I designed this nice little control room for this map. And if you were able to look behind you, you would see servers that the turrets are trying to shoot that you're protecting. It's a nice, simple little place. If I right click. No, I didn't do anything. I don't know if there are any other controls here. There's not that much going on there, but there's another version afterwards. It's a little bit more advanced. Hold primary fire to close left door. Click, click. Hold secondary fire to close right door. It's a little more fancy. Because as you can tell from this assembly pod we just came out of, we are now playing as ALLOS. We got a little night counter down there. I think I just said that to count down the amount of time a night takes in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, the first game. You see here, now we have free movement in the office, but also we can't leave. And you close doors by holding down the mouse buttons, or whatever your primary fire keys are to use to shoot the portals. You can walk around, hear the servers I was just talking about. Turrets are trying to shoot these, you don't want to let them. Office stuff. These chairs stacked up. Board on the floor. Cube. And this right here got a little camera interface. It doesn't work though. I didn't get particularly far in coding it, or wiring it up, so it doesn't really do anything. However, there was a map event I did program in for this particular monitor feed. This is the storage closet that will be down the left hallway, where after a certain amount of time when your clock had passed, you would see a shadow in the doorway. You looked in this camera. However, I have no idea where it went though, because I can't re-find it if I try to re-trigger it in the console. I have no idea why I called it, and I have no idea where it is. It might not even be in this version of the map. I might have lost it to like a corrupt file version or something. Still though, it's kind of cool. With these nice aesthetics. Like in the manufacturing wing, and Glass has tasked you with protecting all these parts of the factory manually. For what reason? Who knows? As you can see, the monitor text is a little glitchy. This countdown clock entity is nice. It was made exclusively for Portal 2 because of how many times you see it. All the core encounters, so the neurotoxin countdown and all that. It's a fancy little entity made just for Portal 2. And I wish I had it in other branches of Source sometimes. Anyways, moving on to the next map. And here we have the same thing, but with Five Nights at Freddy's 4. We're ALLOS once again, and we're in the office. No screen this time, but we have doors where you can close them for like 10-second intervals, I think. You close the doors, so you press the button, they get closed for 10 seconds at a time. Nope. You're not shooting my servers. So you gotta run over to each of the doors and close them as the turrets are on a loop. First the left one, then the right one, then the back one will activate.
Well, I tried.
So you peek out the door, you see a little bit of hallway out there.
Who's there? Target lost.
Nope. Go for you deactivate.
Good night.
Hey, stop shooting. Go at this door, see a poster. Nope. Nope. All the turrets on the side gun for the servers, the defective turret in the back will gun for you.
Well, I tried.
It's an attempt, but it's a little bit clumsy. It's not all that intuitive. But however,
There you are.
also this light is not centered. Whoops. However, this one also received an alternate version, or instead it's more like the original game. You have to stay at a door to keep it closed.
Deploying.
You have to run to the door and keep it closed.
Target
You
lost.
stand in front of it and you hold down your primary fire.
Resting.
It works just like that.
Hello.
And yes, it does render through the
Are you
walls.
still there?
It's a very experimental, this.
Identify yourself or I will shoot.
Yet you have to hold it all down, just kind of nifty, more like the original game. Not much else is different though. So that's that. But then comes this map. Five Nights at the Factory. This map is based after Sister Location, the 5th game. I didn't recreate all of the games, but I had a little try. You start in this little nice hub area with all these monitors. Got dust motes, which are pretty. It's the only time I've ever used these. This map was never properly finished. Got camera watching us. Also, Factory 09. Those of you who've seen my escape from aftermaths might find that name familiar. This is the fabled Factory 09 we keep hearing about, but we never actually get to go to. You got 091 and 092. A little bit of a reference to the V3 Ryan test. In Chamber 9. Come over here. We got a laptop. We got this one monitor over here showing a different feed. Employee ID. Riding a brown horse. Sam Sajak. Message from Silver Eyes Henry. So we are Sam Sajak, and here's a message from Henry, username Silver Eyes. Hey Sam, this is Henry. I'm glad you volunteered for the night shift at in the factory hub. We've been short-staffed lately after that last failed experiment. Johnson keeps inadvertently killing off people with his insane ideas. I quit this job if it weren't for the fact that it's the only one I've been able to hold down for more than a week. Anyways, I've left you a laptop tuned to security feeds to help you keep an eye on things around here. We wouldn't be having this problem if the blokes down in robotics hadn't started messing around with the tech out of boredom. Bots and mechanisms all around now trying to kill any employee that's not paying attention, as if things weren't bad enough. Anyways, the code for the factory enters tonight is 5265886. I don't know why they keep changing the code every night. I doubt Black Mesa is actually sending in spies to steal our tech. If you survive tonight, then I'll see you tomorrow. Also, if you find my radio, could you bring it back to this room? Thanks. A little message from a co-worker. You work in Aperture. Anyways, got his laptop here. Press the secondary fire key to decrypt the laptop. Hold the crouch key to look at the security feed. Isn't that nifty? Now, admittedly, I kind of stole this from Camben, this concept, because, you know, the laptop thing was kind of cool, and I wanted to try and use it. So, you know, all credit to them. It's their concept. They sort of copied it, because I wanted to give it a try. Got a portable security feed. Here's come out here. See the camera looking at us? You can see us on the feed. Crouch, get a full screen view. You move slower while you're looking in full screen view, because technically you're crouch walking. You just don't see that because you're bendy. I mean, it's not that the bendy model doesn't have crouch animation, but well, it's smoke and mirrors. It's basically. Look at us. We're moving. Anyways, though, so now we gotta get into the factory by entering the password into this little keypad right here, which I also kind of stole the idea for. I took this from, on the GMAD workshop there's an Undertale map port recreation of the MTT Resort. There's a secret room that you can unlock, and I think it used the same code even. It's based upon his theme, the motif, that you play in the piano and waterfall. So it's 5265886. So 5265886. Yes, it is a proper keypad. You enter the code wrong, it buzzes you. I forgot the code again. 5265886. Yeah, I stole the code, I'm pretty sure. Then press the primary fire key to switch feeds. This entry lobby. There's another camera right above us. Isn't that cool? So entry lobby, Factory 09 entrance, and central control module. That might sound familiar. Live turrets, and manufacturing. Still de-equip the laptop. Also, you can switch feeds while the laptop's not raised, because this mechanic is not all that fleshed out. Anyways, look at us, we're on the screen. Woo. Isn't that fun? Anyways, authorized personnel only, observation room. Now we are in the central control module. Look at that. I recreated it. It's a little bit big. It's the actual module. In the Ballora gallery we have the Opera Turret and the Turret Quartet. And the Funtime Auditorium we have Peabody. I forget which button is which one's the controlled shock, which one is the, whoops, and which one is the activator. Like, it's the controlled shock. Okay, that's it. Turn on the light. It starts singing. You probably only barely hear it. Or go over here to Peabody Gallery. Swoosh. And Peabody starts dancing. Isn't that neato? Anyways, this isn't all the fleshed out either. So the room is here, but there's not really much function. It's like the vent to the Circus Baby Auditorium does not go anywhere. I didn't build that part. But you can go into these side auditoriums. Hello, guys. There's nothing behind this door. This door leads back to the entry lobby. And then over here, there is no door here because I hadn't even installed it. Hello, Peabody. Fun time, Peabody. Get the orange wall behind you. Come back over here. Got the blue wall behind these guys. Anyways, though, I think that's about it for that, though. I think I'll cap off this video right here. Also, before you may ask me, I'm not gonna finish these Five Nights at Freddy's remakes in Portal 2. I'm not gonna finish them. I don't think it's worth it at this point. Still no. Still though, if you want to see them for yourself, like maybe I can put them up on the map archive for you all guys to download. Do you want? If you want to see this? Tell me in the comments. Get enough comments, I might put it up for download. Anyways, though, my name is ALLOS, also known as Captain Creations. Next time we'll look at some more of my behind-the-scenes maps that you might have never seen. Thanks for watching.